In today's fast-changing world, one thing is certain. Education is undergoing a massive transformation. But what's driving this change? One word: technology. And at the heart of it, online learning platforms. These platforms are redefining how we access education. But before we dive into the top contenders, let's take a step back. What exactly is online learning, and why is it becoming such a powerful force in education? Online learning, also known as distance education, lets students access courses through the internet. That means whether it's a live video session or a pre-recorded lesson, learning can happen anytime, from anywhere in the world. Let's unpack some of the most common terms. Online learning typically involves digital platforms where a student logs in, watches lessons, submits assignments, and interacts with educators, all through the web. Distance learning is a broader term. While it includes online methods, it also refers to older formats like correspondence courses that were once delivered by mail. E-learning adds another layer: interactive tools like quizzes, videos, forums, and real-time feedback. It's all about engaging students through digital interaction anytime and anywhere. Blended learning combines the best of both worlds, mixing face-to-face classroom teaching with online content and activities. And then we have MOOCs, or massive open online courses. These are often free, accessible to anyone globally, and sometimes host thousands of learners at once. Think of it as democratizing education at scale. Yet, despite how powerful these platforms can be, many schools and universities still haven't tapped into their full potential. That's why researchers are stepping in to understand what works, what doesn't, and how to improve. The main goal of current studies? To evaluate the effectiveness of today's top online learning platforms. This means looking closely at system features and design, how content is created and supported, tools for managing users and classes, and robust reporting and analytics for tracking performance. Researchers also plan to speak with educators, especially at the university level, to learn what tools they find most useful. On top of that, they'll observe how students perform when using these platforms, giving us valuable insights into real-world impact. Online learning platforms offer something traditional methods often can't: flexibility. Students can learn on their own time, at their own pace, from any location. They're also highly inclusive. For people living far from educational institutions or those balancing full-time work with studies, online learning can be a game changer. And for educators? These platforms offer a powerful toolkit: digital lesson creation, automated assessments, progress tracking, and even communication features that keep students engaged. Put simply, these platforms have the potential to completely reshape how higher education works. And in many cases, they already are. Online learning isn't just a temporary solution or passing trend, it's a shift in mindset. It's about making education more flexible, personalized, and accessible to all. And when used well, these tools can help shape a future where learning is no longer confined by walls, schedules, or geography. Now that we've explored the promise of online learning, let's shift gears. How does it actually compare to traditional in-person education? Because while online platforms are rising fast, classrooms haven't disappeared. They're evolving too, and each has its strengths. Let's begin with traditional learning. It's still the foundation for many students, especially younger learners like kids, teens, and undergraduates. In a classroom, students follow a structured routine. They develop social skills by interacting face-to-face with peers and teachers. They build discipline, learn time management, and get immediate support when needed. Teachers, in turn, can form real, personal connections with their students. They can observe body language, answer spontaneous questions, and tailor their teaching on the fly. There's also the motivation factor. Studying with friends, participating in real-time discussions, and preparing for tests together can boost engagement, especially for students who thrive on structure or need that extra push. Now let's look at online learning from another angle: Its role in adult education. For working professionals, online platforms are a lifeline. Picture someone working full-time who wants to earn a certification or learn a new skill. With online classes, they don't need to commute, follow rigid schedules, or even leave their home. You can study at 6 a.m., 10 p.m., or during a lunch break. It's self-paced, budget-friendly, and location-independent. But let's be honest, it's not without challenges. One common drawback is the lack of face-to-face interaction. Without a physical classroom, it's harder to build connections or get immediate feedback. And the internet is a double-edged sword. While you have access to endless information, filtering out the noise takes effort. Some learners may feel overwhelmed or unsure where to start. That's why self-motivation is key. Online learning works best for those who can manage their time, stay focused, and push themselves forward. So what's the verdict? Is traditional better than online, or vice versa? The truth is, it depends. If you need real-time interaction, structured environments, and in-person guidance, traditional learning might be a better fit. If you value flexibility, accessibility, and learning at your own pace, online learning could be your ideal path. But here's the exciting part. It's not an either-or choice anymore. Blended and hybrid learning, the best of both worlds. Education today is blending the strengths of both models. Hybrid learning combines the flexibility of online education with the personal touch of classroom teaching. This approach is already being used in universities, companies, and training programs around the world, and it's showing great results. The future of learning isn't about where it happens. It's about how it happens and how it fits your lifestyle, your goals, and your ambitions. So how do you pick the best online learning platform? It comes down to a few core factors: structure, content quality, community, and cost. For learners, look for courses that are modular and well-structured. Choose platforms that offer expert-led content and reliable support. Make sure the scheduling works for your lifestyle. For creators and educators, seek out platforms that make it easy to design and organize your courses. Look for tools that allow interaction, quizzes, discussions, assignments. Choose systems that track student progress and help you measure outcomes. And if you're planning to sell your courses, check the monetization features too. In the end, the best platform isn't about the fanciest features or the biggest brand. It's about what fits you. Education is no longer one size fits all. Whether you're sitting in a classroom, learning from your phone, or doing both, what matters is that the learning is effective, meaningful, and empowering. Online or traditional, solo or blended, when done right, every path can lead to success.